Jesus is God who is faithful to his word, 100%. But also, when he was on earth, he was a human being, 100%. In this episode, we'll be talking about Luke 24 verses 6 and 7, where I'm going to focus on both Jesus as God who is faithful to his word and him as human, just like us. If you're up for that, then stay tuned. Hello, friends and family. Welcome to the channel, and if we've never met yet, my name is Hannah, and this channel aims to give you timeless Bible encouragement through the changing times. If that's something you're looking for, then join the fam bam. Now let's read our verse. Luke 24 verses 6 and 7. He is not here, but has risen. Remember how he told you while he was still in Galilee that the Son of Man must be delivered into the hands of sinful men and be crucified, and on the third day rise. Let's start with some background. This whole book of Luke was written by none other than Luke. He was a physician who worked closely with Apostle Paul. But also, among all the four Gospels, Luke's Gospel is known to tell the facts. Luke examined the available records and interviewed all available eyewitnesses and people who were actually with Jesus. What we're reading now is the result of that research. The part we're studying in our passage is about the discovery of Jesus' empty tomb. And you can find the same quote in two other Gospels, Matthew 28 verse 6 and Mark 16 verse 6. It's the most important news that our faith stands on, delivered by angels to the women who love God. He is not here, but has risen. Then the angels continued on and said, remember how he told you while he was still in Galilee, the Son of Man must be delivered into the hands of sinful men and be crucified. Indeed, Jesus did tell them about what would happen to him. Let's look at what he's saying in different verses also found in Luke. In chapter 9, verse 22, saying the Son of Man must suffer many things and be rejected by the elders and chief priests and scribes, and be killed, and on the third day be raised. Verse 44 says, let these words sink into your ears. The Son of Man is about to be delivered into the hands of men. And Luke 18 verses 31 to 33 also talks about Jesus telling his disciples about the same thing. And taking the 12, he said to them, see, we are going up to Jerusalem, and everything that is written about the Son of Man by the prophets will be accomplished. For he will be delivered over to the Gentiles, and will be mocked, and shamefully treated, and spit upon. And after flogging him, they will kill him, and on the third day he will rise. So Jesus did tell them before about the events that'll take place. What he said came true. But let me also highlight Jesus' title here, the Son of Man. The writer of this book, Luke, was focusing on Jesus as the perfect human and savior. But also, this is how Jesus referred to himself. Even in other Gospels, Jesus called himself the Son of Man. Matthew 9 verse 6 says, but that you may know that the Son of Man has authority on earth to forgive sins. Mark 8 verse 38 says, for whoever is ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, of him will the Son of Man also be ashamed when he comes in the glory of his Father with the holy angels. John 12 verse 23 says, and Jesus answered them, the hour has come for the Son of Man to be glorified. Look at Jesus' humility displayed in this title. He could refer himself more often as the Son of God, the Wonderful Counselor, Everlasting Father, but no. Instead of calling himself all of these titles that set himself high above, he chose instead to associate himself with humanity. And not only that, he puts high value and honor in humanity when he calls himself Son of Man. As Charles Spurgeon said, whenever he used that phrase, he spread a halo over the heads of Adam's children. Through calling himself the Son of Man, he expresses oneness and sympathy with his people. He understands how we feel because he became a human like us. He understands our struggles and sufferings, and when we think that way, we can be encouraged to come to him without fear. So Jesus, who was fully human, was delivered into the hands of sinful men, and he was crucified. Among all times in history, Jesus lived during this time when crucifixion was the primary way of punishment for criminals who'd go against the government, and as a display to all who would witness it not to go against the Roman Empire. The thing though is that Jesus was sinless. He was perfect, but he was rejected and hated by the religious people. How ironic is that? But here's the good news. He also promised that he would rise again on the third day. And again, he was faithful to his word. And this is our true hope as believers. If this video blessed you, give it a like, comment your thoughts, and as I said earlier, join the fan bam. I hope you're keeping up with our Easter series. Our hope and future is in Jesus. See you in the next video.